Today we're going to talk about the Apple iPad mini, Generation 6 and Generation 7 users. It doesn't matter if you're new to the device or been using it for a while. Today we're going to talk about some productivity tools and accessories that are really going to help get the most out of this device. And first and foremost, the iPad mini is a really awesome device for those that are on the go or just looking to have something that is light and easy to hold in your hand. It doesn't matter if you're in a grocery store, in your bed, at your desk, or traveling in your vehicle. The compact size of this device makes it convenient to take out, take notes, or check an email, browse the internet, or read a book from your Kindle library. Whatever the nature is that you're using this device for, today I'm going to talk about some of the different tools that you can get to help your writing and digital experience. So let's talk about how you can use this device and increase your productivity with note taking. There's a number of different apps that you can choose to use. And on our YouTube channel, we have training for each one of the apps that I'm going to show you today. So don't get caught up in learning about the details. Think about how you can use this device to really increase your productivity. Apps that I enjoy using are OneNote, NoteShelf, GoodNotes, Nobility, and there's a handful of others. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to our channel because you're going to want to check those out. I even have some of those videos linked in the description. But when you look at each one of the apps, what is the difference? Well, the things I want you to kind of break apart is when you look at OneNote, think of OneNote as like a filing cabinet. You have the ability to have drawers and files and sections. So you can create multiple notebooks. You can have free-form information inside that notebook, and it's going to be able to synchronize across all your different devices. Apple devices, Android devices, and even Windows devices. So the notes that you take here will be everywhere for you to be able to access. And that's one thing I think that's really powerful about the iPad mini is maybe I'm on a plane, I'm in my vehicle, I'm in a grocery store, and an idea comes to me and I want to be able to jot that down, because if you ever think of the second brain and you've learned about that method of organizing your digital life, being able to take your notes when you have those thoughts and ideas and jot them down somewhere so that when you are in a position to organize those projects and ideas, you have them right at your fingertips. And that's one thing that makes OneNote very easy and what makes the iPad mini convenient for you being able to carry those notes and quick ideas with you. And that's what I like about OneNote is the synchronization feel. Now, when it comes to using all the other apps that I mentioned, those are based off of PDF annotation apps. So you load a PDF file into those apps and you can use different templates and planners and make notes in there. So if you have a grid or a form that you want to be able to fill out, those apps are going to be able to do that as long as the file that you import is a PDF. The challenge with a lot of those PDF annotation apps is their synchronization is challenging. GoodNotes works across Apple devices great, and so does NoteShelf. So if your ecosystem is all Apple based, any of those available downloads in the Apple Store for those PDF annotation apps are going to work for you. But if you want to synchronize to across a computer that isn't an Apple computer, there's going to be some hiccups and some frustration. But there is apps like Nebo and such that have that universal navigation and synchronization structure. So if you haven't already, again, subscribe to our channel. There is a video in detail right here that shows you how to use that app. And as we get into this video, I'm going to show you how you can actually dive into these apps and utilize the tools to take notes. But before we do that, I want to show you some accessories that are really going to help you enhance your productivity. First and foremost, you're going to need some type of writing stylus. Now, many of you are aware of the Apple Pencil and what that has to offer, but the price point is rather expensive. And if you just purchased a device and you're on a budget and you want another opportunity that is very comparable, I suggest you take a look at this MegaPen A8. Some of the things that are notably the same is the fact that when you purchase this device, you also get additional tips. But what I like is when it comes to using the Apple Pencil, I love how there is one side of the pencil that has that flat edge. That prevents from rolling. It gives you a place that you can grip. And I can easily turn this on by just simply tapping the top of it twice and the light turns on. And I only need a USB-C charging cable to help charge it, which is the same charging cable that you would use for your iPad. So right there, one cable is going to be able to charge your iPad as well as this pencil. And just a quick look at the writing, we can go ahead and show you how that tool looks. And we're going to use this tool in a few minutes to really show you how you can get inside these apps. But if you're looking at an Apple Pencil and you want an alternative, here's one that you may want to check out. The links are in the description for that. The other thing that I think is really important to know when it comes to writing these tablets is we're writing on a screen, and often the writing experience isn't what you expect. And that's why many people look at e-ink devices because they want a paper-like feel. However, there's a lot of setbacks with e-ink devices because you can't synchronize across the platforms. You don't have the ability to have split screen in a lot of cases and be able to pull and copy notes off the web and your email directly into your note-taking app, which is what makes these tablets like the iPad so powerful. But when it comes to writing on them, the experience just isn't the same. Now, there is paper-like screen covers that you can get for these devices that really make a difference. It adds a friction-like feel. It also reduces some of the glare by adding a matte finish on the screen. So again, if you want to check these out, we have a number of them that we recommend, but any paper-like screen cover is definitely going to help you have a little bit better writing feel as you're writing. The other thing that comes to using this device is these pencils are very expensive, and it sucks to lose one. And that's one thing I like about this case here is the pencil obviously attaches to the iPad and I can go with it, but it's exposed, so I could easily be walking and bump it, or I can slide in my bag, it can fall off. And this particular case I really like because it has a number of features, one of them being that the clasp closes over the pen, and you can see that that is in there very rigidly. And also what's really nice about this case is if you look at the cover, you're like, Brandon, what are all these lines on here? Well, these are different folding directions. So there's 3 different positions that are ideal for you to be able to use this device, view media, take notes, and write with it. So this case I think is really powerful between being able to hold the pencil in as well as being able to use this device in a couple different viewing methods. And also just a nice clean case. So go ahead, check this one out as well. But let's talk about actually using the applications in these tools for writing. Well, the first thing I want to show you is OneNote. So let's dive into that. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and open up OneNote and open up one of our daily pages here. Now, I can go ahead and navigate throughout this planning system, and I have this note-taking app. Well, how does the actual pen tool work, for example? Well, I can go into Draw here, and I can choose the pen tool, and I'm going to write a note. I can even go ahead and highlight that note. And I can even use the lasso tool to select that note, and from here I could increase it, and I could also move it. One thing that's really powerful about digital planning, let's just say I have some to-dos over here, I can use that lasso tool, select those notes, and hit copy, and then go to the next day, and I could paste that note or paste that particular activity on the next day. And that is one thing that's really cool about planning and using these devices. So let's talk about planning. Traditionally, when we think of planning, we think of paper planners, and we think of the benefits that comes with paper planners. First and foremost, there is something to be said about using a pen to write out your thoughts and ideas. So many of us have navigated over to using electronic calendars where we're typing in our activities and we're getting these notifications on our wrist or on our phones. Well, with those notifications, we don't have thoughts or ideas, or we don't know the questions that we want to ask. And when we get to those events or ideas, we don't have a place that we can take down notes. When was the last time you were at a doctor's appointment and you thought to yourself, I gotta write this down? Well, being able to write that down in your planner is so much more convenient. Or when you're at a meeting that's in your schedule and you want to be able to take notes about that meeting, or when you're in a mode of just taking ideas of the different tasks or to-do lists that are on your plate, again, being able to do that in a planner is way more effective. And we know when we write something down, we are more likely not only to remember it, but because we wrote it down in our own ink, we are more likely to take action on it. And as we navigate forward in these times and we start to look at digital and move away from paper, digital planning is the solution. There's so many more benefits to it. Not only do we have all the benefits of traditional planning, but now we have the ability to get rid of all of the binders and take our planning with us in these small, compact devices. And there's so many features that allows us to add things like highlighting, copy and paste, pulling other items into them, being able to search. I can go ahead in here and I can easily type the word cheese. And I'm from Wisconsin. If you guys don't know who I am yet, you'll see on all these pages now, it's going to start to show you places that I wrote the word cheese. And you can see that by just searching your handwritten notes. It'll also show you that on any typed notes. So when I'm like writing notes about projects or customer meetings or just my kids' basketball schedule or their needs for school or a shopping list of different things they need to purchase, If I can't remember where I put it, I can search for it and easily find it. And that's one of the really big benefits about planning. And we developed a planner that works in OneNote as well as all those different PDF annotation apps I talked about. And what's really unique about it is we developed 4 different editions: a personal, a professional, a business, and an executive edition that matches what your objectives are in life. So if you have personal planning to do, you're working in a professional career, you're organizing or operating a business, or you're managing an apartment, or you have a team that you're trying to lead, we have a planning system that's going to help you get the most productivity. And when you pair it with the iPad mini, your productivity is going to increase. And if you want to learn more about our system, go ahead and check out the link here or in the description, and you can learn about our system. We have free training, chat support. It's really unique, and it's a great opportunity. So we talked about OneNote and some of the benefits of OneNote on this device and how you can easily synchronize across all of those different platforms. But when we go into GoodNotes, it's a very similar feel. We can have templates that are very similar, but we utilize a structure of PDF navigating that allows us to jump from like different pages in the planning system by simply going in here and tapping on those individual dates, and we can get from one page to the next very easily. But it allows us to have a booklet-like style that we're used to with paper planning, but now in a PDF digital planner. And you can import a number of these devices, but when it comes to using GoodNotes, I can come in here, I can choose a writing utensil, and go ahead and write. You can see there's different types of writing utensils. When I tap on them, I can go ahead and choose a different color. Maybe I want to write in blue, and you can see how blue shows up there. Maybe I want to go ahead and choose to write in orange, the word blue. But we also have the ability to go ahead and erase for those of us that make some mistakes or just want to rewrite our notes. And then obviously there's different tools like handwriting. The same tool, if we want to draw a rectangle, we can do that. And by holding down the tool, it makes a perfect rectangle. I even go ahead and I can draw a circle in there. And if I just simply click and hold, it'll make a perfect oval or circle. And we talked about being able to import other medias like photos. One thing you can do with both of these apps on this iPad is text. So if you want to go ahead and type, I can go ahead and create a type box and type in here. Now I can type a note. And I can do that in this note-taking app as well as any other note-taking app. And in the event that you don't have your stylus with you, or you have your phone and you're not conveniently next to your iPad, you need to have a quick thought or idea jotted down, and you want to type in these systems, you can do that across all the different devices that we talked about. You can even type in the iPad itself as well. As you look at this device and you look at different ways to improve your productivity and gain focus on your digital life, I want you to check out our planning system. Go ahead, look at all the different tools that we offer, ask questions in the comments, or jump on our website and look at our chat. I encourage you to consider these different accessories, as they're going to help improve that experience when it comes to planning and taking notes. And if you want to learn more about our channel and the things that we have to offer, please go ahead and subscribe. And if you did take one thing away from this video, it'd be greatly appreciated if you would like it. That helps share it with other people like yourself that are navigating their digital life. I'm Brandon Bonifer, creator and founder of the Key to Success Planner. Lord willing, we'll see you in the next video.